The Right Honorable Deputy Speaker, who is about to arrive to join us, and honorable members of Parliament, the leader of the government business and the entire front bench, the leader of opposition and the shadow cabinet ministers, all the leaders present, notably the resident district commissioners and the city commissioners, the chief administrative officers, the district chairpersons, the district internal security officers, the local council leaders, the religious leaders, the representatives of the civil society, and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to this historic sitting of Parliament of Uganda at Kaunda Ground, Gulu City. It is the first time in the post-colonial times that the Parliament of Uganda is sitting outside the capital city of Uganda, and that is in Kampala. In a special way, please join me in thanking the lovely people of Gulu City for the warm welcome and extraordinary hospitality they have accorded to us while we are here. Thank you so much, the people of Gulu. I would also want, in a special way, to thank the President of Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who endorsed our sitting in Gulu and equally supported us to sit in Gulu. We want to thank him so much, and we are forever grateful to him. I want to thank and commend the Clerk to Parliament and his staff for ensuring that the success of this sitting is going to be done. And I want to thank you, my members, my staff, you really wonderful staff of Parliament. In a very, very special way, I want to thank the members of Parliament. You're very grateful. You're very, very, very gracious people. Traveling from Kampala to Gulu, it means a lot. It means you're really leaders who love your country. You love Uganda, not Gulu. You love Uganda. All the way from the west, all the way from the east, all the way from central, and you're sitting in Gulu. Thank you so much for coming. Honorable members, the decision to hold parliamentary sitting in Uganda's traditional 4 regions is a strategy to bridge the gap between Parliament and the people. It was a product of an elaborate cost-benefit analysis and attention to specific and varying nature of distinct realities affecting different regions of Uganda. We've always sat in Parliament, made decisions for the country, forgetting that the regions differ from one region to the other. They have distinct issues that need to be handled region per region. Honorable members, contrary to the misinformation by some members and a section of the public, the regional sitting of Parliament are budget neutral. We are not incurring additional costs. The strategic decision was taken to upgrade the always budgeted for parliamentary outreaches into a fully fledged house sitting which will deliberate upon matters that are distinct and pertinent to specific regions hosting the sittings. Unlike outreaches, the deliberation during this sitting will culminate into parliamentary resolutions and will require government action. We have money that is always available for outreaches. And in these outreaches, we could only go and invite the leaders of the area, and we discuss with the leaders of the areas. But this case, we said, instead of calling only the leadership of the area, let's go and have a sitting in that specific region, get issues that are affecting the region, have resolutions, and forward it to executive for action to be taken in a particular area. When you look at the budget of Parliament, no money was added for this sitting. So the misinformation, the people who are moving with the misinformation just don't like the northern region. Parliament is not a stationary building. The building in Kampala is not Parliament. It is an arm of government that can convene in any part of the country. And this is not unique with the legislature. It is also being done with the judiciary. And this is prescribed under Article 95(2) of the Constitution, that the Speaker shall proclaim at any one time where Parliament should sit. And where Parliament is where the Speaker is. And where the Speaker proclaims, and that this will be Parliament. So this perception of saying Parliament must always sit in Kampala is being selfish. The next time we can sit anywhere, we can even proclaim the middle of Kampala Road to be Parliament, and we shall sit. A people-centered Parliament must be responsive to the needs of the citizens, or else society will be without effective parliamentary representation. Remember, our role as Parliament is one: representation, legislation, appropriation, and oversight. The 11th Parliament, right from inception in 2021, voted to put the people at the center of the legislative process and its decisions. That is why we are taking Parliament to the people. We have brought Parliament to the people. We don't want people to come to Parliament. We have brought it to the people. Legally and procedurally, the regional sittings of Parliament are anchored in Article 95(2) of the Constitution of Republic of Uganda, 1995, where some of us were not even there. But they understood that at one time we would decide to sit in Gulu, sit in Mbarara, Masaka, and it is also prescribed under Rule 17 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, which empowers the Speaker to convene Parliament at such a place and time through a proclamation, which proclamation we have already done. You may recall that at the start of today's sitting, that proclamation was done, and it has always been done. That's why we always sit in Kololo. It is the same legal basis upon which Parliament sits in Kololo, under the ceremonial grounds and Kampala Serena Hotel. In any case, Gulu, where we are holding the historic sitting, is part of Uganda. And therefore, no one in their own right mind state of mind can attempt to deprive the beloved people of northern Uganda the opportunity of the landmark sitting. And how I pray that those who are saying they boycott do not come to Gulu or to the greater north when it is only campaign time.
All the opposition never had consensus. What we had was an announcement of the leader of opposition, Mr. Senyonyi. We didn't have a caucus meeting. You see, the NRM here has caucuses, even when they are propounding very bad ideas. Us, we didn't have a caucus of the opposition. It was a directive of the leader of opposition. And I advised him against it, because it was being construed like the opposition doesn't want to come to the north. And that one spells us into doom. And we cannot allow that to happen. We are not directed by anybody dictating for the opposition. No. Opposition ought to have sat and made a decision. And that the right decision was where Parliament sits, members of Parliament must sit and deliberate. So it was a myopic idea that the rest of the opposition should not come. I'm a member of the Democratic Party. I represent the ideas of the Democratic Party. I come from Bwanika South constituencies. Matters which are going to be discussed here are not only affecting the north, but also for the rest of the country. And therefore it would be foolhardy to remain seated in Kampala when I was even given 1.6 million to come to accommodate myself in the hotels here. Quite expensively though. I think Gulu is becoming expensive, but the money will be enough to accommodate me for 4 days. Certain people have been talking about spinning. They have been spinning the monies for the allowances to be in many millions. No. What came to our accounts was 1.6 million, each member of parliament to get the fuel to come to Gulu and to be accommodated in the hotels here. And that is a fair for us. So whoever is spinning, that is politics. What we are going to deliberate is parliamentary work, as if it is sitting in Kampala or in any part of the country. In any case, this parliament will sit in Masaka for Central Region. It will sit also in Mbale for Eastern Region. It is also going to sit in Mbarara. And what's wrong with that? So anything that kind of restricts members of parliament from going to another region where parliament is going to sit was short-sighted and foolhardy.
Thank you so much.
We to appreciate the area and also to know the local concerns, because most of our committees came earlier before us to identify the issues that are affecting the people. So we believe that we are going to really discuss them, knowing and seeing what's actually on the ground. At the same time, we expect to interact with the local leaders. I'm told they have been invited in our free time, so that when we sit in plenary, we shall compare the notes of exactly what we have been doing, and also ask them what we have been legislating, whether it really percolates down to the people. And also we want to appreciate the views of our people, and indeed to give us time to move around, and we have done so. Of course, we also have economic sharing. So we believe that from here, we can now talk about a country which we know geographically, location, and the people, and why not? These are values that we must share. After all, they are political bosses. So we are excited, and we do hope that at one stage, the parliament arrangement shall be made to freely interact with the local leaders. I'm called Honorable Modoy Isaac. I'm a member of parliament representing the people of Lutseshe. Lutseshe is found in the Bududa and Bugisu region. Thanks so much.
I'm Wandwasi Robert, the MP representing the people of Bungo County South in Mbale district. The expectation is from us, one, we have brought the Parliament of Uganda down to the grassroots, or rather to the region in Gulu here. What people expect from us here, they're expecting practically what we have been deliberating in Parliament, more so issues concerning the people of northern Uganda and the Gulu in regard to developmental matters. They really wish to see us articulate them here on this ground. I know northern Uganda for quite long, they have been having some socio-economic challenges. One of them, These people expect government programs to be visible here on the ground, like PDM programs and others, issues to do with the health, issues to do with the transport. You know, Gulu, again, is a newly established city. They would really wish to see the package that politically we are going to share with us what Gulu deserves. Because when you compare Gulu and the traditional city of Uganda, Kampala, they expect Gulu to develop up to that level of Kampala. I do believe they are going to ask, and we are ready to tell them how we are going to handle it. Then also, by us interacting with them, they will really have a feel that the Parliament of Uganda is now a people-centered parliament that has come to interact with the people of northern Uganda.